What's up everyone? In this video, we're going to be covering 3 different ways to protect your portfolio when stocks are falling. We can see by looking at the market today, it is not looking good so far. The S&P 500 is down almost 1.5%. Tesla is down around 5%, AMD is down around 4%, and it's a pretty bloody day so far. So basically, there's 3 main ways to protect your portfolio in situations like this in terms of the stock market. We're not going to be talking too much about like options in this video, but there's 3 main ways. The first one being to play or leverage ETFs that normally rise when the market falls. Let's take a look at VXX. We can see that while the market itself, or the S&P 500, is down 1.3% today, VXX is up around 3.5% today. So looking at ETFs like VXX, UVXY, which is up 9.4% today, and even SPXS, which is up around 4% today, can all be beneficial when looking to hedge your portfolio for the short term. You do not want to hold any of these ETFs for the long term because it's just a bad decision for multiple reasons. But if we just look at like the long-term chart of VXX, UVXY, or SPXS, we can see it's all very bad. Another thing with leveraged ETFs like UVXY, not only do they rise when the market falls, and because the market rises a lot more than it falls, that's one reason it's bad, but it's also bad because it decays, kind of like some options. So that's a topic for another video, but the main thing to know is, ETFs like UVXY, VXX, and SPXS can be very beneficial for short-term protection purposes, but you don't want to hold them for the long term because you will get screwed over if you do that. But, like I said, when we have, the market down 1.3% and UVXY up 9.5%, it can be a pretty nice technique and a pretty nice ETF to look at. So definitely check that one out. UVXY is the leader in terms of that, in terms of volatility. Another thing you can do while we have the market falling, if we go to the heat map of the S&P 500 right here, this does lag a little bit, but we can see it still demonstrates the point. Some of the most read stocks in the market have to do with technology. Microsoft, Nvidia, Adobe, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Facebook, Netflix, Disney, stuff like that. So we can see tech stocks are taking like the largest hit right now. So what you can do is you can kind of shift over into other industries that are performing well for the day or even for like the past month or so. We can see for today, healthcare is doing very well as like utilities. So we can see like Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, AbbVie, LLY, stuff like that. You could also look at the utilities like DUK, SO, guess you can say ExxonMobil, guess you could say some of the value stocks like Walmart, stuff like that. You can find this heat map on Thinkorswim under the Market Watch tab, or you can just go to FinViz and find a heat map like that for free. So I'll actually pull it up for you guys right now. So if we go to FinViz, I'll shift this over. If you go to FinViz and then you go to the, it's the Maps tab, you can just see this heat map like this, and you can just see which stocks have money flowing into them and which stocks don't. So you can just go to finviz/map, finviz.com/map, and see exactly where the money's flowing for the day. So definitely check that out. To further demonstrate that point, we can see that like stocks like Walmart, Coca-Cola, like I said, DUK, ExxonMobil a little bit, Procter & Gamble, all these types of stocks have been doing very well with the market falling lately, so it doesn't hurt to shift into those or get some exposure with those stocks because they normally do pretty well. Also check out XLU. This is a utilities ETF. It's been doing very well over the past couple months, and it kind of is just like a very slow and steady, safe stock, or ETF, I should say. Generally, it does pretty well. It's not going to have wild swings like a Tesla or AMD will, but still, it provides a lot of safety that you can't really find anywhere else. So definitely check that out. And then like the last major thing in terms of like hedging purposes for the stock market, you can check out uncorrelated assets to the market. Gold and silver is for the most part, uncorrelated to the market. Sometimes gold moves up with the market, sometimes it moves down with the market, but for the most part, it does whatever it wants. So I've been liking gold and silver lately, which is GLD and SLV. Like I said, a lot of times they just do whatever they want, and they do offer a nice source of like stability, especially when it comes to like inflation and all that type of stuff. But I wanted to make this video today because we do have the FOMC minutes report coming up in a couple hours, and it never hurts to have a little bit of diversification, especially in your portfolio, especially if it's like in terms of precious metals like gold and silver, or even in terms of like value stocks like Walmart, Procter & Gamble, KO, stuff like that. When you're all in stocks like Tesla, AMD, or other growth stocks like that, while you might have higher returns sometimes, your portfolio will also be much more volatile. And if you want to reduce that volatility to have a little bit more consistency, definitely check out the ETFs and stocks that I mentioned today. There's a lot of ways to hedge your portfolio. Of course, you can do like advanced strategies like buying put options and all that sort of stuff. But in this video, we're just kind of sticking to the basics, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it is a very smart idea to have at least some sort of exposure to precious metals. Like I really like gold and silver, especially with how inflation has been and how it probably will be for years to come. So definitely check that out. But either way, we are set for a lot of volatility over the coming weeks with the market. Obviously, over the past 3 weeks, the market has been exploding to the upside. But be prepared for more volatility because it's definitely coming. Besides that, if you guys think I missed any stocks specifically that are good for hedging purposes, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel and you like today's video, make sure to subscribe. I post brand new videos every single day. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's have a great rest of the week.